Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to be running you through some optimization settings for the DayZ Standalone. As we all know, the game is terribly optimized, and these settings are designed to try and help you get a higher FPS in-game, as well as making the game stable without making it look absolutely terrible. So if you follow all these steps, you should be able to increase your stability of the game and get a higher FPS count. First off, go into the configuration in your main menu. You're going to be presented a window like this. Go into the rendering resolution, and in there, you want to set that to 100%. Now, this is your base one. This is where your graphics are rendered at. This is not the resolution you play the game at. It's the resolution that the graphics are rendered at. So typically, you want to put this on 100. That's the best looking one. Do not put it over 100, and if you put it below, that decreases the quality and will generally increase your FPS. Try it at 100 and see where you go from there. Just below that is Vsync. Typically, you want to enable this. It locks the frame rate of your screen to your refresh rate of your monitor. Enable this. If you don't enable it, your frames are going to go wild and jump everywhere. If you do this, it locks your frame rate to 60, or if you can't reach the 60, it will lock it at 30, I believe, depending on how your computer runs, but definitely try and enable this one. Next, we have the user interface. Now, the top one is the resolution. This is the actual window resolution of your game, not the rendering graphics resolution. So you want to put this resolution to the same as the one you have before. Mine's on the 100%. Try and put them as the same resolution, as your game's going to look a bit funky. Below that is the size of the inventory. That doesn't really matter that too much. And the aspect ratio, you want to put that to 16:9, but depending on what resolution you're using at the top, you might need to change that. Next, we go to textures. On the video memory, you want to put that to auto. That's going to allow your computer to use as much RAM as it needs to support the game. Under that, we got texture detail and texture filtering. Depending on your computer and the frame rate you want to get, you want to put them on low. So if you've got a bad computer, put them on low. If you want to get super high frames, put them on low. It doesn't really make too much of a difference on my computer. I usually only turn the settings off that are badly optimized at the moment, but these seem to work fine on mine. Lower them if you want better FPS. Next, we come to the rendering tab. Anti-aliasing. If you're on a bad computer and you're getting low frames, turn that off. Turn alpha to coverage on disabled. Edge smoothing. If you're on a bad computer, turn this off. If you're on a semi-decent rig, you can put this on something low. Mine's on very high. It doesn't really make too much of a difference on mine. Again, I only turn the settings off that are badly optimized at the moment. HDR quality, you want to put that to very low. Ambient occlusion, disable that. Post-processing quality, disable that. And you want to turn your bloom down. Yes, you want to be blinded by the sun. I hate that. But this is personal preference. The bloom doesn't really matter too much. And the rotation blur, that's your movement blur, you want to turn that off because that's going to lower your FPS a little bit. Now, the last one on quality, you want to put objects on very low, put the terrain on very low. Clouds, you want to disable them. They're really bad for chunking out FPS. Shadows, that don't really make a difference on my computer. They seem to be optimized okay. But if you're getting lower frames, definitely just disable them. No problem. Now, for this next part, you want to go into your C drive documents. Inside there's going to be a folder called DayZ. You want to go inside there. There's going to be one file. It's going to be called DayZ.config. You want to right click on that and open it with Notepad. Once you've opened up the Notepad file, you're going to have a little screen that should look like this. There's going to be a couple of different lines with settings on them. You want to change those settings to the ones I have on screen. I haven't actually changed mine, but you can just change them to the ones that are on screen. If you want the text version of them, go in the description. Make sure you change all those settings, and once you've done that, save the Notepad file and exit it. Now you're going to go back into your C drive documents, go into the DayZ Other Profiles folder. It should just be underneath the first one you went into, and go into your Steam name on there. And then once you're inside there, you're going to be presented with three files, and one of them is going to be your DayZProfile name or your Steam name. Right click on that, open it with Notepad. So same thing as before, it's going to be a big list of different settings, a lot bigger than the one before, don't worry about that. Just change these settings to the ones I've given on screen, and they'll be in the description in case you need to just copy them over or whatever. You might need to Control F to actually find the line commands that you need, and then just change the numbers to the ones I've given, and then save the Notepad file and exit. So that was the video, guys. I hope it helped you out. I hope your game runs a lot smoother now. Post down below if it helped you out. Really appreciate it. Drop video a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.